It was a crisp, breezy morning on the island of Sodor. The wind whistled through the trees and sent fallen leaves swirling across the tracks. Thomas puffed happily along, pulling a small goods train from Brendam docks toward Knapford Station. As he passed through the countryside, he saw Harold the helicopter hovering overhead. "Hello, Harold," Thomas tooted. "Morning, Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt is meeting everyone at Knapford. Big news," Harold called before zooming off. Thomas's boiler bubbled with curiosity. At Knapford, the engines were already gathered. Percy, James, Emily, Gordon, and even Toby. Sir Topham Hatt stood before them with a wide smile. "Engines, I have an important project for you all. Up on Windy Hill, we're building a brand new wind farm to provide clean energy for Sodor. The turbines will be very tall and very strong, but we'll need to deliver all the parts safely to the top of the hill." Windy Hill was well named. It was the windiest place on Sodor, and the track leading up was steep and twisting. "I'll do it," Thomas whistled eagerly. "I love a challenge." James smirked. "A little tank engine like you? Huh. This job calls for a big, strong engine." Percy frowned. "Thomas may be small, but he's reliable." Sir Topham Hatt cleared his throat. "This job will require teamwork. Thomas will lead the project, and the rest of you will help in pairs." The first load was the base sections for the turbines. Thomas was paired with Percy to pull the heavy flatbeds up the hill. The wind grew stronger as they climbed. Leaves blew across the rails, and Thomas's funnel swayed. "Careful, Thomas," Percy warned. "This hill is tricky even without the wind." Halfway up, a sudden gust pushed Thomas sideways, making his wheels squeal on the rails. "Whoa!" Thomas cried. That was close. They managed to reach the top, where workers in hard hats cheered. "Perfect delivery," one called. Thomas beamed with pride. The next day, Emily and James were in charge of delivering the long turbine blades. They were so long they needed 2 flatbeds each. At the bottom of Windy Hill, James tried to speed up the climb. "James, slow down," Emily called. "If the wind catches these blades." Before she could finish, a gust whooshed through, spinning the blades on their mounts. James slammed on the brakes just in time. Thomas, who was bringing tools in a smaller wagon, saw their trouble. "I'll help you brake from the front," he offered. Together, they inched up the hill safely. James, a little redder than usual, mumbled, "Thanks, Thomas." The last delivery was the heaviest, the turbine's generator. Gordon and Toby were assigned to pull it, but the track at the top was too narrow for Gordon's long frame. Sir Topham Hatt looked thoughtful. "Thomas, can you manage the final stretch with Toby?" Thomas's eyes lit up. "Yes, sir." They coupled up and slowly climbed. The wind howled so loudly that Toby had to shout, "Nearly there." At the very top, Thomas gave one last strong puff, and they rolled into place. The workers quickly secured the generator, and soon the giant turbines began to spin, catching the wind and turning it into clean energy for Sodor. Back in Knapford, Sir Topham Hatt congratulated them. "Today you've shown that big or small, every engine plays an important role. Thanks to your teamwork, the Windy Hill project is a success." The engines tooted their whistles proudly.